Welcome to the Unpopular Review live reaction and review show on the way to WrestleMania. I am one of your hosts, Zia Silent, and I am joined by Sabrina Estella. Sabrina, how are you doing today?
I am doing fine. I mean, I know it was supposed to be Freckle Week because he was supposed to join today, but was a little under the weather. Asked, "Can I do it?" I said, "Why not?"
Yes.
It's on Easter this weekend. The Super Bowl of wrestling is upon us this coming weekend. 2 nights of
It's gonna be
insanity
a lot.
on
Are you
Easter
are
and
you
on
prepared?
420. Hmm?
Are you prepared to watch it? Are you prepared to watch all of this wrestling?
I was prepared last year. I was prepared the year before, and I was prepared the year before when I first started. So yes,
all right, all right. Here we
scratch
go.
that the year
Now,
before, and then the year prior to the year before, which is when I started. So yes,
okay, okay. So we're gonna start off with El Misterio versus El Grande Americano. Uh, I don't think that
Starbucks
this
hasn't sued them for that name for that mass luchador. I don't understand.
it probably won't go for long though. That if they're gonna go for that, but um, I'm gonna go with Ray. Um, I think that said he deserves his moment. Um, you know what? I'm going to go with Ray. No. I'm going to go with said. I'm going with said. Because Ray has his moment. He had plenty of moments. Um, I think this is time. I mean, there's no telling that you know El Americano Grande, whatever his name is, will ever get this spot again. So, uh, yeah, I'm going to go with Americano on this one.
I am not picking him because I want him to win. I'm only picking based on how they're writing up the story. So unfortunately, the Starbucks order is going to wind up winning this. There's probably going to be some shenanigans and buffoonery every now and then during that match because I didn't know they decided to bring back someone else who is a real American and did the same thing 10 to 20 some years ago.
Hmm. All right. That is a good comparison and a note to bring to that because it might come down to that. But let's go into this match, in which I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned because why did we get this match, but we didn't get the Viking Raiders on it? This match was no. I'm a little furious. I'm a little furious at it, but so I'm not gonna. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I want the New Day to get it. Uh, but I think that the I think the Viking Raiders. I think the Viking Raiders will get it. I'm going with the Viking Raiders.
Okay, I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to agree on that because the War Raiders have done a fine job being champions and holding on to those belts. However, I feel like Kofi Kingston needs a WrestleMania moment where he had it and not lose the belt in 10 seconds or less from a giant white man. So I think they might actually give them something because they've been doing fantastic heel work to the point where everybody boos the hell out of them. Literally top five loudest boos that they can't even speak. Number one is still Dominic Mysterio. But I feel like the War Raiders are more like transitional champions in that sense. I mean, they get a reaction, just not a huge one. I feel like it might go towards the New Day. I have no problem with that. I mean, it's been a minute since they've held those belts, so
Hmm. It could be, but I don't know. I just
if it happens, it
uh,
happens. If it doesn't, I'm not going to be mad at it. So there's a few minutes I will be mad if the person I don't want to win wins, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
okay. So going into the big women's match, one of the big women's match, and I have to say that I literally am. I don't know.
You
I
don't know why
no.
you can't on
I
the picture to show our pretty faces once again.
I don't know. It's literally it's I'm night and day with it. I am night and day with it because I feel like
I understand.
Jade, she needs it to
But
establish.
Naomi also needs it.
Yes, but no, Naomi, she also needs it because she's put in a lot of good work. She's
She's
put a
putting it.
lot of good work in,
She's
and it
putting it.
is. I, you know what? uh, said here says Jade. I still do not know yet. What about you?
I too am on the fence about it, only because I know that they both do need it. I mean, Jade has been a formidable force to be reckoned with since she debuted in the main roster last year in the Royal Rumble, which we most of us UPR were there to witness. And and Naomi making her comeback at that exact same show. And from going to being so beloved to turning her back on Jade only because she felt like she was stealing, she was just sharing in the spotlight that Bianca put in all that effort and hard work into when they were tag champions. But again, I feel like I'm on the fence about it. I'm leaning a little bit more towards Naomi because if she loses, a lot of women's wrestling fans are going to riot and say she deserved better.
Ooh, that is a good point. I'm going to go with Jade. I'm going to go with Jade only because she hasn't really had a singles mania moment, and
Well,
this
it's her
would be
first
the
Mania, so
reasoning.
her
Yeah,
first solo
so
Mania.
this would be her
Not
moment
to
for.
mention, for the first time in 19 years, women are going at it at WrestleMania, not for a title, when we already have 3 matches for
Mhm.
that. So we getting that, and on top of that, it's some more, as Mike Knox would do, some black girl magic. I can't do the dance as good as he can, so I'm not going to try to do it as much, but I gave it my best,
Uh,
Mike. So if you want to give me a low B for for that dance routine, you may give me that low B. I do not mind.
so creeping on this next match, I do not have any. I don't have any feelings towards this match. I really
Neither do I.
have no feelings towards this match. Um, it's one of those matches where
There.
it could have went on SmackDown. It could have went on SmackDown to me. But I get it. You got two stars that they need to be on the card, so I get it. But um, I, you know what? LA Knight went on two manias, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is his second one. I'm gonna go with uh,
You know he's not really all that interested when he can't even say right away which one he would like to win. Now for me, everybody knows how much I could not care less for the team bloodline since they started. Ever since Solo decided that I don't want to listen to nobody, so I'm going to try to make other people listen to me. And look where it's ended up for me. We always lose and looking like Boo Boo the Fool every other week. But I think as much as LA Knight has been a decent 2 time US champion, remember I said decent, I did not say great, I did not say horrible, I said decent.
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like Jacob might take the belt from him some way, somehow. Some shenanigans might happen that he doesn't want to happen, but they're going to happen. But if Solo decides to cost him because Jacob's not listening to him like a little dog, like he wanted him to,
Hmm.
then Jacob can whoop Solo's ass, and I will happily watch that.
I th- I think we'll get some sort of bloodlining. It'll be something with the bloodline. I just don't know what yet. Now getting into the supposed to be Flair I don't even know what to call this match. I don't know.
The past versus the present. And I say that nicely so Mike Knox cannot go and kill me. Now, we all know how much Mike Knox likes to say that Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler
Mm-hmm.
of all time.
Mm-hmm.
However, as much as some people would like to see her beat her father's record, even though they don't want to count her NXT title wins. Like, what's the point of that then?
Mm-hmm.
I feel that it is Tiffy
Tiffy
time.
time.
And people know how much I did not like Tiffy time during NXT because she annoyed the ever living hell out of me. When she turned on Nia, that's when I saw, like, good. She's not just some spoiled little wannabe rich girl princess or just some wannabe Charlotte Flair, as some people will say, or she's heard the comparison. And especially when she dropped that line about the divorce
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
after the satellite interview thing where Charlotte made Tiffany look like Boo Boo the Fool as well. People are getting
I
sick and tired, or some people are getting sick and tired of Charlotte, but there will be a time where some people will want her back. It's just not now. I still remember it, the last SmackDown of the year, a couple years back, when Ronda was still champion. I said it to the person I was sitting next to. If Charlotte Flair comes back and takes the belt off of Ronda, I will be happy. And when she came out, I lost my mind. Mike Knox would have been proud of me that night if he were sitting next to me.
it's just I think that um the the Tiffy time is her her whole defense of having the title is very boring. It's boring. This title match, the title defense, the whole thing is just boring to me. Like
My surprises.
it's we could give a surprise. We can get a some sort of surprise, something, because this is just terrible. I'm sorry. This match is one of my least favorite ones on the card. I don't care about no flips, no athleticism. You're supposed to tell me a story about something going on. No, I don't see it. I don't see nothing. No, I don't want to see it. But if I have to put a winner up there, I'm going with Tiffany. I'm going with Tiffany. Charlotte has shown enough. Um, she's shown enough of her stuff to get on
I mean,
and
the
get
woman's already
present.
been Grand Slam champion. She's already
Yeah.
won more belts than any woman in that company in
Mm-hmm.
history.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't need another title reign, but they're only going to
Mm-hmm.
give her more title reigns just so she can beat her precious father's record. And it's not gonna. It might happen. It might not happen now. It could happen many years down the line, but we all know that woman is not stopping anytime soon.
Yeah. No. So I am going to go with a Charlotte Flair match winning that. And
Mike
that's
Knox
going to
will be
be
very happy with your choice. You'll not be happy with mine, and that's okay. Love you,
yeah.
Mike.
We are going to get into the main event of this night. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk, which has the it's so much into this match right now.
It feels
Uh
like it's turning into a custody of Paul Heyman match.
yeah, that's what I was getting at. It feels like that's what's going on with it. They had to give it a little bit of um eh, I want to say energy. And I'm saying energy because when they put the match on, it wasn't. It's. I still say it's questionable to put that match on. I still say it's questionable to put that match on. But you can't have a Mania without those three. Uh, currently. So
I mean,
therefore
how
you had
else
to
is
do it.
Roman Reigns supposed to main event the most WrestleManias in the company's history with 11 if he's not there?
I mean, He could have waited, but for
Listen,
all
it was not his decision. They decided the Seth Rollins and CM Punk stuff is good. What can we do? Ooh, let's add in some drama by getting into the very last bit of the bloodline that of Romans that's left. By getting in the middle of Paul Heyman by having CM Punk say like you owe me a favor because you put me in your group for War Games that Seth Rollins didn't want to join because Rollins couldn't stand Roman for the life of him still at that time. Even after Sami Zayn had asked him, not once, but twice. And Sammy
Mhm.
said it to his face. I asked you once, not twice. The reason why we had that monster all those damn years ago, why we had him be our champion for as long as we did, is because of you. And then you decided to repeat it again. Not that long ago, dressed similar to how you were 10 years ago and hit him in the back again. As far as who I think's going to win, this match is going to be insanity anywhere and everywhere because you're gonna have Seth going after Punk. You're gonna have Roman going after Seth. You're going to have Punk fight Seth real bad, and then CM Punk's probably just gonna get fight Roman a bit, and then probably put it in front of all of Heyman's face
Mm.
to mess with him for making him be on his side. Like you chose to be on my side, but I'm still gonna make you cry like a little bitch. As far as who's gonna win, this one is a bit of a toss up for me. I feel like maybe Rollins, even though Punk is good at mind games and Roman's gotten better, I feel like Seth might play some really good mind games and snag a win. If he does, good for him. If not, we'll just hear him whine and moan and groan and bitch and complain about it again.
Hmm. Um. I like that. I like the reasoning for what you just said, and I like the fact that um I feel like Roman has enough wins.
Yes.
I feel like you got to get it's between Seth and Punk to get the win. Um and that's why I'm like I don't know because do you get Seth the win and then what? You like so like I don't know if
Or maybe
Seth
Punk gets the win. He pins Seth. Seth moans and groans and bitches about it, and then we finally get them 2 1-on-1 and another pay per view in the future. Because we all know
but
Seth's
we
not
had
going to shut up until he can finally get his hands on him.
but we had him though. We had him one on one, and then Punk.
He'll probably want it
I mean,
again.
and yeah, I mean we got uh Punk and Cody for like 3 times in a row. Imagine what they did on the
We had
on the road.
we had Rollins and Cody about as much as well.
Yeah. So um I will go with Punk.
It's fine.
I'll go with Punk pinning Seth.
Oh
Or
yeah, that'll give
I,
Seth
I'll
even more
I'll
reason
probably
to
change that.
complain.
I'll probably change that. I'll probably change it by the time tomorrow starts. But
That's fine.
uh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But
That's
uh, I think that's good. I think I'm going with Punk taking the championship off of uh I mean not Punk. Um Punk taking the lick off of Roman. I think Punk taking a lick off of Roman. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going with that. I think I'm going with that. I reserve the right to change, but
listen, like Wendy Williams
that's
says,
what
and
I'm
I'll
going with.
modify it for you. You are a man and you have the right to change your mind.
That's where I'm going with that right now. I'm going with that. I think that's where it's going. So now going into the night, this has the authority to be the show stealer.
Mm-hmm.
It has it to be the show stealer. Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, Penta, and Braun Breaker. Uh, who are you rocking with here?
All right. So we have two legends in this match via Finn Balor and Penta, and we got two future legends in Braun Breaker and Dominic Mysterio. Now, I don't like Dominic. I don't like his title reign when he was NXT North American champion. I don't mind Braun being the champion now. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I like Penta. I feel it'd be a little too soon, and I feel like we already did that enough in NXT with Ricky and Ethan getting titles so soon after they came in. They've done it with some other people. That's fine. If they want to do a Penta, they can. I am like my girl Michelle Sore and give Finn Balor the proper Intercontinental Championship run that he deserves. Because when once upon a time ago he was an inaugural champion, he had to give it up not that long after because he got hurt by someone in this match that she will want to see destroyed. So we all know
and he
who
never
not picking.
got that. He never got that back either. He never got a chance at that back either. Like
No, he
they
didn't.
ne- they
The
never
time is
really give
now.
that to him.
He's done
They never
plenty
really
for the
give that to him.
Judgment Day. Let him branch
Mm-hmm.
off of that and let him do his own thing because I feel like he does better doing his own thing, and that way we can stop with this whole when is Finn gonna beat Dominic down to the point where he's like, I'm done with y'all. And we already see the cracks coming. I feel like something's gonna happen where he's gonna try to hit either Braun or Penta and he winds up hitting Dominic by accident. And then that rolls into Raw after WrestleMania.
There was like some sort of cracks in the
There's
in
been
the
tension for a while now.
yeah, there was like some cracks before, but then they stopped it or whatever, and I guess they're not focused on it right now, but I
Nope.
think at Mania it comes to terms. I just don't it's so many people here that deserve a Mania moment, but I gotta agree. I'm going with Finn with you on this one. It's too soon for Penta.
I mean, we love Cero
And
Miedo, pero it is too soon.
yes, and Braun
Braun.
Breaker. Braun is it's just I don't know. He might be more of a challenger champion than ever, and then dirty Dominic Mysterio was just
He's just there.
yeah. He's just there. So I'm going with Finn as well. I'm going with Finn. He's not had too many Mania matches or moments
No, he
rather.
hasn't had many Mania matches, many Mania moments. I mean, look at it. Look at who his former boss was. And I've said it before on the air, and I'll say it again, and it's known, but their last boss didn't like him. Why? I don't know.
Probably his size.
Well, yeah, but
Probably
no.
his size.
Well, that's what happens. Deal with it. Not everybody's going to be 6 feet with 200 pounds worth of muscles and look like they're on testosterone. I mean, not testosterone, steroids all the damn time. I'm sorry that not everybody looks like Braun Breaker, but 6'4".
Oh God. Braun, he says American Dreams Real Estate says Braun is keeping the belt.
He can keep the belt, that's fine.
He says
he can keep the belt, that's fine, but we want who we want.
Braun is Sheamus is winding down.
I mean, he's not really paying too much attention to it. Maybe he'll go back for that belt down the line at some point because they do say that's the only belt he's never had. I mean, give him at least a run. It doesn't have to be super long. Just give him at least a run so then he can finally be a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah. I 1000% agree with that. Now getting into probably with the most athletic match, maybe AJ versus Logan Paul. I love it. I love that shirt.
Y'all already know. If that pain in the ass YouTuber wannabe wrestler who wants to be the next Miz or whatever wins at WrestleMania, I'm going to be as pissed as I was when he and The Miz won against the former tag team champions in Dominic and Rey Mysterio. I do not need to see Logan Paul win again. I want to see him get crushed into the ground a la AJ Styles. I feel like Kieran Cross is going to come out and do some stupid shit to distract him and cost him, unfortunately. But I
I
do
don't
not want
think
that
so.
to happen.
I
I said
think
I feel like, but if they got over
if
that
I'm
after
not
the match, then
mistaken, Karrion Cross has a
does he have his
event.
sights on somewhere new finally?
No, he has an event down in what's
Is it for GCW?
yes.
Okay, then good. Good. So
Yeah.
no
So,
interferences, no nothing. So
so
AJ can whoop this sorry ass man down to the ground. This is someone who's banned in one country and is now getting banned in another. How are you gonna have somebody be a world champion and travel around the world if he can't go into two countries that y'all might consider going, especially one that is a mecca of wrestling,
wait, what's the other country that he's
Egypt?
oh, oh, oh. Uh, yeah, I'm with AJ here all day, every day. AJ all times, at anytime. I'm with
Listen, I said
AJ.
before,
So
I want that man to have a Rumble win at least once because he debuted in the Rumble. Give this man a WrestleMania win against this loser.
yeah, so I am of that ilk.
As far
Day
as like
one,
top five of people who get booed so much they can't even talk, Logan Paul is number two.
yeah. Now, going into we got 3 matches left. Oh, so okay, we're good. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so going into actually 4 matches. Um, we get Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra, Valkyria, and Bailey. Ah, mm,
May I go first? Because I know you're going to be
yes,
drooling.
yeah.
Now, I said it last night on NXT. I will say it again. And I apologize for hurting your feelings when I said it on the air yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. Hunter Hirsch Helms. How dare you blatantly disregard your Intercontinental Women's Champion, giving them a mid-card title? And how dare you disregard the Women's Tag Team Champions by giving them this random ass match in this gauntlet that you had on SmackDown? That, no offense to Bailey and Lyra, but literally 4 of those 5 teams were just random makeshift teams that were put together last minute because they needed some tag teams, which again, why did y'all bring the belts up from NXT to unify them with the ones up there if you were going to keep building tag teams down there that actually have been together longer than 5 minutes? Now it's going to be Liv and Raquel. Obviously, Liv and Raquel are going to retain. I apologize. However, Bailey doesn't need another win because she's already done so much for the company. Grand Slam champion, amazing, and all of that. She's had a WrestleMania moment last year. And Lyra, as good as she is, should be defending her Intercontinental Championship against someone, just like Chelsea could have possibly defended her U.S. title against somebody. But that's besides the point.
So you are going with Liv and Raquel?
Yes. I again
Okay.
apologize because I know how much you love Bailey. However, she doesn't need it, and Lyra doesn't need to try to go for another belt right now. With this run that
Liv?
hasn't been the best as far as her being the inaugural Intercontinental Champion.
No, I did not
Lyra.
I did not see that what oh.
Listen, we're gonna ignore that comment. Hi, Steven. We love you. Hope you're having fun in Vegas. I know how much you love drooling over Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio's relationship because it's like like a telenovela that maybe your wife watches. I don't know. I'm not gonna assume. However, let's move on.
Liv versus Bailey. I don't see it. But however, you read a story. You read whatever you read, what you read. You believe what you believe. But I don't think that. I want to say that Liv and Bailey.
You mean Liv and Raquel?
Yeah, Liv and Raquel are going to. They're going to keep it. They're going to keep the title. I probably will change that between now and tomorrow, but right now I feel like they'll probably keep it. Um, because the story between Liv and, I mean, the story between Bailey and
Lyra.
Valkyria, yeah, I think that still has to be upon them. She can't have two belts.
Not
Um,
now, at least. She's not ready.
yeah, no. Her IC title has been
Her IC
just
title reign has been fine. It has not been great. It has not been awful. It has been just fine. If Dakota Kai didn't consistently get injured, she probably could have been champion. If for
mhm.
some way of sheer luck, Ivy Nile could have wound up being the Intercontinental Champion and then somewhat making more sense for this match for Lyra to go after another belt. But I mean, I would have preferred seeing Liv and Raquel versus Casey and Kaden only because they were the only actual team that's been together for longer than 5 minutes in that gauntlet. However, they decided to
Mhm.
have Lyra and Bailey clean house in that, which a lot of
Yeah,
people felt like was just like, why?
yeah. That was literally so trash. Even
I mean,
though,
I love women's wrestling, don't get me wrong, but I can't defend it when it feels wrong to me. Certain things.
yeah, yeah.
Y'all already know.
Uh, now Big B's, Big B's, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. I still ain't, I still ain't got no. I don't have a winner yet. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't
It's
have a winner
hard
yet.
to pick. Everybody knows how much I love EO. My favorite from NXT, always and forever, and still one of my favorites to this day. Rhea being one of my first favorites as well from watching her NXT days back when she still had the short blonde hair. And I don't
Hmm.
have a Bianca shirt because I haven't found one, but I do have this Playboy necklace that has the lips, which she is known for, especially with her tattoos. Now, everybody knows I love all three of them. Bianca's why I watch WWE. I fell in love with Rhea and Io's wrestling after that because of her. It the money was Rhea versus Bianca. That was always the plan that everybody wanted, and then Io got thrown into the mix by winning the title and just having it be kind of a surprise because some people were thinking, oh, Rhea's going to retain and then we're going to get our money match that we wanted. However, Io won, surprised the hell out of everybody. Some people are happy. Some people are like, what the f? We are not getting the match we wanted. We're getting this random triple threat match because Rhea's inserting herself because she got all upset because Bianca distracted her from her match and made her lose focus, even though we all know that wasn't true. You
Hmm.
didn't pay attention yourself, and you could have been champion again if you had stayed focused, but you didn't. Now,
Hmm.
I feel like Rhea is going to let all that get the best of her, and maybe Io will somehow retain. If Bianca winds up winning, I will not be mad. If Rhea winds up winning, I will not. I will be a little less mad in that sense, but I know a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, really having her win again? She's already too over as it is." People are don't like her as much because she keeps getting a great royal treatment. Listen, this is one of Triple H's girls. Her, Liv, and Raquel have been Triple H girls from for a very long time now. We had the Four Horsewomen, now we have the Triple H girls, so to speak. So
Hmm.
my money is on Io for this. Even though again, I love Rhea, I love Bianca, but if either of them win, doesn't matter to me. It might be the first time that EST gets a L on her WrestleMania record, but we'll see.
I think that this match quietly goes to it's gonna go to EO. It's gonna go to EO because EO is 0-2 at WrestleMania.
Let's give her a
And
W. I mean,
yeah,
Sasha finally got one after being 0-6. Let's make that record a little. Let's make it a third smaller for Miss Io Sky over.
let's do that. Yeah,
And I
let's do
know that
that.
Steve is watching because he's writing comments right now as we speak, and we know how much he finds her boring. Well, guess what? I do not find her boring. I find her very entertaining. Her matches in NXT that she's had, for example, with Candice, have been very amazing. The couple in your house matches that she had were amazing. Io brings the house down every time. She's done it in Lucha Underground too. She can do it again here. So I'm gonna still
Hmm.
on Io.
I will say that EO quietly has had one of the she's had like a pretty like stellar run all over the past 365 days. So why not let her be into this match? I don't have a problem with it. I'm all for it. Um, although I would have been, you could have had EO go for the IC title
I
and she would
mean,
have been fine.
that wouldn't have been a bad idea either if they had just kept it Rhea versus Bianca and had a
Mm-hmm.
different component for the tag match instead. Then it could have been Io versus Lyra for the Intercontinental Championship, and then Io could have made the title felt like it means something because for Lyra it just means she's the first person to hold it, but it's not the best run.
No, no.
And that is me being nice about it.
All
Lyra's
right.
a girl through and through. We all know how much he loves her. But so
Yeah. So, uh, into the steak and taters of this where we going right now, and which is I believe this is going to open up WrestleMania. Um,
one or two.
so one.
Okay.
This is gonna open up uh on Saturday. Jey Uso versus Gunther. Um, I hands cut. Jay. Jay. It's everything. It's
The time
everything.
is now after all the hype, after all the buildup, after all the promos, after he shook Gunther down on Raw. If you do not give the belt to this man, everybody in that arena is going to riot the same way that they nearly would have had John Cena defeated RVD at One Night Stand all that time ago.
Yeah. This is absolutely 100%. He probably could have been a 2-time, 3-time champion by now, if you would have done it. But now is
I mean,
absolutely the time. Now is
I mean,
absolutely the
give
time.
him a run longer than just a few weeks because they did him dirty when they had the Team of Bloodline interfere in his match and had him lose the IC title.
That was so questionable. I couldn't believe that. Like I didn't believe that at all. Like why even put it on my boy if you were going to take it off? I didn't know what was going on. I didn't care for it. He took it off just so he can go focus on the the rain what
The
was it
Rain Channel.
the the damn, never mind. Now I forgot it now. Never mind. But
Listen, we all forgot it. That's how long. That's how bad it was. We all forgot it. I
um
still remember that
but
they took it from him for no good reason. I just forget who, why. I think. Oh wait, I think it was for
oh,
was
it
it
was
Braun?
Braun.
There
Yeah,
we go.
it was Braun. And Braun had it ever since. He had it ever since a little bit before November. So yeah, it.
Listen, we know that
Uh,
they're both nepo babies in that sense that their families have been here for a very long time. Jay being part of the bigger baby family, but really,
yeah,
y'all done did him dirty.
yeah. And here we have the dun, 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 John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Now, I don't know. I'm going to let you start off with this one. Where do you stand in this match?
Now, everybody knows from day one that I am a proud Cody crybaby
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of the people in our chat like to tease and be rude, especially he was going up to Roman and he's the one that took the belt and ended his historic reign. And some people are butthurt about it, like when somebody in our group decided to put up the executive consultant nearly having a breakdown. But after turning this man heel after 20 some years in the game, having him side with The Rock because Cody wouldn't do it, and give him one last run before he puts the boots in the ring and leaves for good. Why do all that if he's not going to wind up winning? If he gets another title shot because he's running with The Rock, then so be it. But I'm not saying it because I want it to be that. I'm just saying based on storytelling. As Mike Knox would say, what your heart wants is not always what you're going to get when you see the product on TV. You might get what you don't want. And I know there's a few people out there that I know that cannot stand this man for the life of them and are very happy to see him retire, but just give him one more run, beat Ric Flair's record to get it over with. Otherwise, what's the point of having him so close to having that record to not beat it and then retire?
I think that
Could get some interference, so that would not be lost in the sauce.
you know what? I think that Cody will win.
And I
I
will
think
be
that
more than
Cody
fine with that.
I think that
Listen, I'll
Cody
be more
will
than fine
win.
with that.
I think that this storyline between Cody and Rock, Cody and Rock will uh begin to unravel. So then The Rock has to go against Cody at least until SummerSlam, or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just spitballing here, but I still think Rock and Cody. Um, I still think we have a shot at Rock and Cody before that match uh before Roman not Roman before Rock um retires. I think he has two matches for sure. Him against Cody and him against Roman. And then he can go out. So I think that's where we're on the way to. Um, but overall, I gotta say that Mania will be. I still haven't gotten to where the point where I'm excited about it yet.
That's
Uh,
fair.
I'm still not excited about it.
Listen, some of
It
these matches
just
are a little questionable, so I can understand your lack of enthusiasm and excitement for it. It's just like me whenever I
I'm
had to watch an AEW pay per view because Lord knows they take too fucking long.
yeah, yeah. So I am maybe it'll come to me like SmackDown time. It'll come to me. But I still am not excited that much. Outside of like three matches, I could go without this. Um, but it's wrestling nonetheless, so therefore I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be heavily enjoying WrestleMania 41. Your thoughts on that?
I'm in the middle about it. I'm not super excited because a few of these matches are questionable and some of the creative team's decision making for some of these things have been very questionable. But it's wrestling, so I'm still gonna look forward to watching it. Stand and Deliver might hype me up a bit for it because I'm looking forward to that a little bit more. So we'll have that to look forward to. We'll see if two of your lovely favorites down there win some opportunities, win some gold or not. We will see what will happen.
Yeah. So, yeah. Damn. Well, anyway, we got something here for everyone. So we're gonna let you know that on Mondays we have the Born Again. You know what? I'm terrible at this because Mike he doesn't put anything with this. So therefore, I'm just gonna start with the wrestling. And Mondays you can start on the Mike Knox show, which is on Tuesdays now. And then the Raw Rated Review is on Mondays, then followed by the NXT review show, then the All Elite Women review show along with Mad Dog Kelly. Five five top five predictions and shows, and then SmackDown review and Collision Dynamite. Collision review. So, and then SmackDown, no SmackDown, Lord have mercy. Uh, Daredevil review show, Monday, and then you have your movie reviews on Tuesday, Husband and Wife on Wednesday, then the Federation Tuesday, which he got to write something. He got to write something or something at the bottom, and then the Rival Challenge All Stars on Thursdays, and then Fridays movie reviews. I'm pretty sure that is not the work. That is not the way that is even supposed to go. But anyway, that's our show for today. Hope everybody is geared up for SmackDown. Uh, the go home show. Pretty much the only thing that we're gonna get is um what happens with Orton. Orton's going to get his match, but who is it with? Who is it against? Uh, so that's pretty much what we're tuning in for SmackDown. But nonetheless, we still will we still will tune into it. Any last words for you before we get up out of here?
Well, I feel like they might just give the match to Solo because he doesn't know how to keep his nose out of anybody else's business. Number one, and number two, the Dicey Doll reunion happened live on the air tonight, so there is that,
Yes,
which was a
always.
fun time. And if one of my partners from Tuesday sees and is not happy with the name that I gave us for that, I apologize, but it came in the moment, so I had to say it.
So there you go. For executives, the executive so God, do not put that man on my conscience right now. For the for the Z is silent. I am the you know what? I can't talk tonight. I can't talk tonight. For the Sabrina Estella wrestling doll. Thank you. Ugh, ugh. For Sabrina Estella, the wrestling doll, I am Z is silent. That is our SmackDown. Nope, not no SmackDown tomorrow either. Because
It's the WrestleMania prediction show before SmackDown.
thank you,
And then the
thank you.
following day after SmackDown, you will have this one and his other warden in Vic talking all things to SmackDown before WrestleMania.
Yeah. So therefore, that is it. It is out. We are gone. Peace.